here we are in the Western Isles, the Outer Hebrides, and we're looking out over our campsite in Stornoway. This is a very wet climate. Now let's ask one of these campers here at this campsite what they think about water.
I think it's wet, and there's plenty of it in Scotland. They're not short of a drop.
So these are water balloons, yes?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you think of water? Just tell me, the first thing that comes to your head, water. What do you think of it?
That doesn't go.
Doesn't.
What? Turn the tap on.
What do you think of water?
Water?
Yeah.
It's alright.
What do you think of water?
I don't think you speak to you.
What do you think of water?
Water?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
What do you think of water?
Well, it's good to drink right there.
Yeah?
Good for your tea, your coffee.
Yeah? Do you have enough of it?
Yeah.
Water?
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What do you think of water?
Wait.
What do you think of water?
What do I think of
Water.
water?
Yeah.
Well, it's quite good to drink. Well, good for cleaning things.
So what do you think of water?
What do I think of water? I love it. I can't get enough of this stuff, especially after last night. It was the amber nectar. It was the most refreshing thing I ever had at 5 o'clock this morning. Absolutely beautiful. Water rules. Well, apparently they say that the Western Isles have just under 1% of the landmass of the British Isles, but they have 17% of its freshwater reserves.
Mark Saul, the Mark Saul Band, great show last night.
Thank you.
What do you think about water?
It's a precious resource, especially in Australia, so we have to be very careful with it and think about how we use it.
Couldn't live without water. It's absolutely essential to life. The whole basis of life. Particularly the sea. I love the sea. I love to be beside the sea.
Yeah.
Just feel really contented for some reason.
Do you think you might not have a little bit too much of it here? Sometimes.
Not for me, no. Not at all. No.
Even now it's raining?
Yeah, even that, I enjoy that at times. Too much sometimes, it goes on for day after day, but no, I enjoy water.
Well, I always lived beside it, miss it when I don't see it. Need it in the van, one of the main considerations. Can't swim. If you can see the hills over there, you know it's going to rain.
Yeah?
Yeah, and if you can't see them, it's raining.
Well, there's water everywhere. We're on the island of Harris, and it's been raining all day. Look at all this water. This is where we're camping and taking shelter from a digger. What do you reckon?
I reckon this is where the fresh water meets the seawater. You could drink it a minute ago, and then in a minute you can't drink it anymore.
But it is a nice front porch, wouldn't you say? Here we are on Skye, where the sun shines and it rains more heavily.
What a fucking country, man. Why does anybody live here? They must be fucking mental. It's wet all the time.
It is. This is the view that we have. The midges will come out tonight.
Rainbow.
Rainbow. And look, a rainbow.
I think that water is something we have to protect, and we're not succeeding in doing that. Because we've allowed, or the government has allowed the fish farmers to take over the water, and they're destroying the rights of other people to use. I've done a paper on Norwegian and Scottish regulations. The Norwegians are trying to protect their salmon. The Scots are ineffectually trying to protect their salmon. And the fish farmers are refusing to accept that they have any responsibility. This shows the boundary of a farm on the side of a lake or loch. And the boundary carries on into the loch. And the owner of the shoreline owns the bottom of the loch up to the middle. And all the owners own the bottom of the loch, but they do not own the water separately. The water is owned in common. And so fish farmers are getting permission from one owner to put in a fish farm, which is quite all right because they're allowed to, they can attach their fish farm to the base of the loch, but they are not allowed to use the water of the loch, which is owned in common by everyone else, unless they get the permission of all the other owners. And they are not getting the permission from the other owners, and yet they are being allowed to proceed and build their fish farms. And people are not able to fish, and they're not able to sail, and the whole loch is, the use of the loch is being destroyed.
And how do the parasites come into it?
Well, the parasites come in the marine environment, because if you put millions of salmon in cages, they all have parasites on them, and if you don't clean the parasites off, then they lay billions of eggs, and these turn into young parasites which get onto the migrating salmon and sea trout as they go out to sea. And if you get 20 of these on a small fish, it kills it. And these have in effect wiped out the sea trout and salmon on the west coast of Scotland.
I've had enough water to last me a lifetime in the last week. I've been to Scotland, and in Scotland it rains all the time, every day, constantly.
What was your worst experience with rain in Scotland?
Oh, definitely on the Isle of Skye. So everything was drenched. Everything I owned was drenched.
We're drying everything out.
Whoever invented water was a complete tosser.
You know what? I just felt a couple of raindrops.
The Magic Towel Experience.
Into water.
Place some warm water and watch it grow. Ready?
It might be done.
Well, hey! Isn't that lovely? It says, celebrate.